together, right? And then we will do some discussion after 10 minutes. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishishashanmavadi Paschat Deshatarini Jai Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Everyone, please try to focus. Please try to chant, okay? Don't do other things. Focus. Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Ram
Ram Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna.
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. So thank you so much for joining. I see so many wonderful souls. Vyonto, Sampada, Navya, Nishita, Karina, Yati, Biraj, Rashid, Radhesh, Binayak, Isha, Ishan Sarkar, Sahas, Arna, and Ovi, and Krishna, and Vinita, and Rama, and Ishan. Thank you for turning your videos on so I can have your darshan. And those whose videos are off, thank you for joining as well. I am grateful to you as well. Om, Ayush, Prakriti, Athar. I know you are very shy, but it's okay. So how is everyone today?
Good.
Good,
Good, Prabhuji.
good, good.
Good, Prabhuji.
So anyone wants to share anything special between today and the last time we met? Yes, Karina wants to share something special.
Yesterday, Prabhuji, I think the day before, we went to Nihira's house for her birthday party. It was really fun. We did a lot of kirtan and we had this wonderful prasadam.
Oh wow. Did you bring some for me?
Nana Prabhu did a game and we all loved it.
Yeah, Prabhuji, he did a game of charades and relating to Mahabharata and Ramayana. It was really fun.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, it was yesterday. Very good. Anyone else wants to share anything special you did in the last week or two? Nishita, did you raise your hand? No? Okay. Who wants to share? Anything special? Anything? Yes, Isha wants to share. Okay.
There is this international festival in the Harrisonburg downtown, and I'm practicing for that, and I'm gonna dance over there.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I know quite a few of you are very expert dancers, right? Raise your hand if you like dancing. Wow, so many of you.
We're gonna have a book sale over there. We're gonna sell books like Bhagavad Gita and other books like that, and
Wonderful.
there's gonna be lots of Indian food.
Very nice. So I'm very happy you're all happy and nicely engaged in many, many Krishna conscious activities, and dancing is also one of them. And generally, as I see most girls, Matajis, women, they like dancing. This is how God has designed us. So it is absolutely fine. And actually, I would encourage that you keep doing that and learn more and more as an offering to Krishna. Whatever you do as an offering to Krishna. Who can tell a verse which tells that we should do everything which means dancing also? as an offering to Krishna. Yes, Vinayak knows the verse. Please tell.
Yat kuroshya dashashi yat chuhoshya yat pashashi kondeya yat kuroshya shamatarpanam.
Yes, Tat Kurushva Madarpanam. Very nice. Which verse is that? Who knows which number is that? Okay, Sampada.
9.27.
927. Very nice. Who knows the meaning? Who can paraphrase the meaning of this verse in your own words? What 927, what we just discussed? Who can tell in English the meaning? Isha can tell. Isha, go ahead.
Posey, what about this verse? Karmani vadi vada stigmata shubha marker pale yeduntu ya marker yadachale.
Yes, that's also a nice verse. Very good. Very good. Okay, translation for 927. Yes. Yes, Vinita.
Hare Krishna, the translation is whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, and whatever charity you give, do it as an offering to me.
Very nice. All of you are so scholarly, so intelligent. I am so happy to be in all of yours association. Wonderful. So last time we discussed Anjalali Priyadevi discussed a story, right? So we'll try to go a little bit deeper in that story, try to learn some more lessons from that story because it's quite big. It has multiple chapters in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we will cover a little bit more on that and try to draw some lessons also. How many of you were present last time? Okay, how many of you are not present? Anyone who was not present? Okay. Some of you are not. But before even we get there, let's recite some verses. Anyone learned a new verse in last 1 or 2 weeks and wants to recite? Okay, Navya wants to recite. Anyone else wants to recite? Any verse, Gita, Bhagavatam, anywhere. Okay, Vedi also wants to recite. Anyone else? We'll take first 4. So 2 are done. We have 2 more. Who learned a new verse between this week or last week and wants to recite? It could be from any place. Gita, Bhagavatam, etc. So in 2 weeks, any verse you learned? Okay, 3 weeks. Okay, let's do it. Navya, Vedi, Vinita, and then we'll see if someone's hand goes up by then. Go ahead, please. Please start, Navya.
I learned one from Mukundmala Stotra.
Very
So
good.
this one I learned was the 4th verse. Naham bande tava churna yam dvandva heto kumbi pakam gurumapi hare narkam na pinantum ramya rama mridutanulata na.
Very nice. Navya, this is excellent. Who taught you that verse?
It was for homework from Amrita Prabhuji.
Oh, very nice. Good. So maybe let's pick up that verse. Which Navya recited. So we all can see, and maybe Navya you recite one more time. Now you have the help also. So you can recite after seeing, and one devotee will read the translation.
Naham vande tava charanayor dvandva heto kumbhipakam gumapi hare narkam napanantum ramme rama mridutanulata nandanena pirantum bhave bhave ridhya bhavane bhavantam. Hare Krishna.
Excellent. We'll go to the translation. Yes, Krishna, Prabhu, you want to read the translation, please?
Yes, Prabhuji. O Lord Hari, it is not to be saved from the dualities of material existence or the grim tribulations of Kumbhipaka hell that I pray to your lotus feet. Nor is my purpose to enjoy the soft-skinned, beautiful women who reside in the gardens of heaven. I pray to your lotus feet only so I may remember you alone in the core of my heart, birth after birth.
Basically, a devotee does not remember Krishna to get something, right? To get some prestige, name, fame, some bodily pleasures, or anything material. Why does a devotee remember Krishna? Who will tell? Why does a devotee remember Krishna? Yes, Biraj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. A devotee serves and loves Lord Krishna because he wants to go back to Lord Krishna and love him and serve him eternally.
Birth after birth, as we read here. Very nice. Okay, Vedi and Vinita, you can recite your verse, which you memorized.
Hare Krishna. I learned 6.17 from the Gita.
Yes, please tell.
Yuktahara viharasya yuktachestasya karmasu yuktasvapna vapodasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Hare Krishna.
Good. How many of you know this verse? Most of you. Okay. Yeah, this has been the last 2 weeks. This has been going on. Okay, so if you still don't know, please try to remember. Okay. Yes, Vinita, you want to share?
Hare Krishna, I learned the same verse.
Yes, please tell.
Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapna vabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. So last time, if you remember, we discussed about the pain of discipline versus pain of regret. And then Manjlali Priya Devi discussed about the story of. So you will tell, and we'll cover a little bit more points from there. Okay. So now everyone has to, so it will be kind of, I can ask anyone and everyone to basically like share how the story, how the flow of the story was. And we will together complete this story. Is that okay? So one person will say one line and then I'll add some points and then next, something like that. Okay, so where did this all begin from? Okay, let's do it. Let's begin. Guruve Gaurachandraya, Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. So who remembers from last time? Where did we start? From the Prithu story? Yes. Avani?
Well, it starts from Dhruva Maharaj, and like from his family came Maharaj Anga.
Okay, very nice. So let's talk a little bit more about Anga. Anga was good king or bad king? Raise your thumbs up, thumbs down. Anga was good king or bad king? A lot of thumbs down. Actually, he was a very good king. Thumbs up. I'm assuming your thumbs up means he was a very, very good king. But somehow his son was not so. Who knows the name of his son? Write in the text box. Let's see who all know. Reply to me only. Write in the text box if you know the answer to this. Yes, some of you replied. It's Vain. Now, if the king is very good, but somehow he has a bad son, he must be feeling bad about it, right? Naturally, he tried everything. He tried everything to improve the child, improve his son. But again, all his attempts were failed. There's a beautiful lesson here. The lesson is the lesson of perspective. We see life with the lens of our consciousness. We see life with the lens of our consciousness. Let me share a story with you. And maybe next time we'll do drama on this when we physically meet. Once upon a time. You want to hear this story? Okay. Let me take out my drawing board. So, once upon a time, there was a village. Okay. And a person was there's a tree. Okay. So a person was crossing from one village to the other, but he was tired. He was a nice devotee, a sadhu, but somehow he was tired, and somehow he said, let me take some rest. So he was resting here under the tree. Okay. Then multiple people come and they were crossing this, they happened to see this person. So the people were passing by, right? The people were passing by and seeing the first person who comes was, so multiple people came. The first person comes and he was a thief, right? And he says, oh, look at this person. He must have stolen something, right? And look at, he has a bag also. So this person also had a bag which he had put around his that is a bag around his. So look at, he must have stolen something. And he must be running from one village to the other to protect himself or hide, and somehow he must be tired, so he's resting here. Better, so like that he was thinking. Then comes the next person, the drunkard. A drunkard comes and says, have I shared this story before? Maybe. Okay,
No.
half of you remember, half of you don't remember. I think I've shared, but
You did, I think you
but I didn't share the drawing, so something is new this time.
Yeah.
The drunkard comes and says, hey, look at this person. He is drunk. He must be drunk, and he must not be able to control himself, and then he must be lying down under the tree, right? And then he also goes away. And then the third person comes. He was a devotee. And he says, oh, look at this wonderful gentleman. He looks like a so sincere devotee. Look at this, he has a small bag with his beads and books also in it. So now you tell me, what's the takeaway from this? How many of you, did you all understand this? Okay. What's the takeaway? Karina?
Prabhuji, I'm trying to think. I know the answer, but I just can't say it. Like, I need help.
Okay, maybe Vedi will help you. Go ahead.
So do you want me to just say the answer, or?
Yeah, I can tell in your words.
So based on the perception of the different people, that's how they're going to perceive whatever, like who the person lying down is. Like there are 3 different types of people. All 3 of them perceive that person in 3 very different ways.
Yes. So we see the world through our perception, the perspective we have. And how do we develop perspectives? Through our culture, through our upbringing, through what kind of things we see, through what kind of books we read, through what kind of friends we associate with, right? All this is shaping our perspectives. You agree with that? So King Anga had a very bad son, but somehow he took it in a different perspective. He said, okay, this is a time to get closer to Krishna. He renounced everything and went closer to Krishna. He could have cried about it, right? How many of us go through tough situations, right? We all go through some challenges, some difficult situations. We have choice there, right? Either we can keep crying about it, right? Or we can try to see it from a different perspective and say, hey, let me think something else. Let me do something else. Let me try to see it with a different perspective. Let me try to see the hand of God in this situation. And then we will see we have a totally different perspective, and we will see it is a God's arrangement to help me. Has any one of you felt that you were in a situation where you felt why God put me in this situation, and later you were thankful or grateful that yes, it was a great lesson, and I'm grateful to God or Krishna? Who would like to share a thought or two? If it's not, you want to share? Yes, Vinita, please tell.
Hare Krishna. So my story is kind of when I first moved to Jackson, because I used to live in Chicago, but then I moved to Jackson. I was like, I hated it. I just did not like it at all. And I was always like, why did we have to move here? And then later I found like these group of devotees, and I learned more about the Gita and everything. And it's just like, it was really helpful. And I'm thankful every day for it.
Wow, this is amazing. I have a very similar story. When I first came to US, I used to cry. I was grown up, not so young like all of you. I was maybe about 20 years or even elder than that, 25 or something like that. But I was really miserable. Why I came here? There's no one, new, different culture, different people, different this, different that. I was not happy. But then my teacher, therefore we need a teacher in life. Someone whom we can open up, someone whom we can share our heart, and they help us to change our perspectives. Is it not? Right? Because we all will go through ups and downs. As anyone can say, they will never face any difficulty. No, this is the nature of material world. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. Anyone knows that verse? Dukhalayam ashashvatam verse? Who knows that verse in Bhagavad Gita where it says Dukhalayam ashashvatam? Yes. Vedi, you're thinking. You want to go ahead and
Can you give me the first word?
Vinita will help you. Vinita, I think, was more confident. Who can tell that verse? Okay, Avani can tell. All the scholars are here.
I think Mam Upetya Tu Konteya, or is it Mam Upetya Punarjanma? It's one of those. I always get them mixed up. Sorry. Dukhalayam ashashvatam nap nuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramatmana.
Gati.
Gati.
Mamapetya tu kaunteya kaudayam shashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhir paramam gati. Gati means go, right? When they go up, they don't come back. Napnuvanti mahatmana. Very nice. Let's just verify it's. Let me share with all of you. Open 8.15. Mamapetya punarjanma. Mamapetya punarjanma. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. Napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhir paramam gataha. Gata means go. So they go up, back to Godhead. They don't come down. So anyways, the point was that, yeah, we all will go through ups and downs. And I think a lot of you have similar experiences. So this is your takeaway. Write something about it. I will give you multiple options, okay? This is one of the options for your writing. You don't have to write all the 2 or 3 options I gave you, but this is one of the options. You can write about a time where you change your perspective, and earlier you felt why God, like basically how Vinita shared, right? Elaborate, try to elaborate how it happened, who helped you to change your perspective, right? How it was earlier you were sad, and what happened, and how you were able to define your perspective, and then you were happy about the whole situation. So try to link something from Gita, etc., and importance of teacher, etc. So perspective, very, very important, right, my dear friends? If we see opportunities to serve, Vilas Maharaj says that, we will find those in abundance, correct? If we see opportunities to complain, we will find those in abundance. Yes or yes? Yes? Yes, okay. Again, Duryodhana saw negative in everyone, correct? And Yudhishthira Maharaj saw good in everyone. What was different? Yes, Ayati, what was different?
The difference in that, like, so Duryodhana, he thought good, he thought bad about everyone and stuff like that, and he was rude. And but at the other hand, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was nice. He was thinking about in the good of everyone. So
very good. So they had a different perspective, they had a different culture, they had different spiritual values. The glass is half full or half empty. You may have all seen that or heard that analogy. Basically, every situation we can see good in there, right? Or we can complain about it, correct? So in this case, Anga could have complained about it. My son is bad, my son is good for nothing, I tried everything, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. And then he thought, okay, I've tried my best. Change the perspective. Good? Good so far? Okay. Let's proceed the story. What happens next? Who will tell? You remember, you have to tell the story. Yes, Navya?
He goes to the forest, and the sages decide to make Vena a king, because maybe he'll change his bad things.
Very nice. One important line before I move to the next topic. The power to turn a situation into a blessing or a curse. Write this line, everyone. Or someone can repeat it at least. The power to turn a situation, into a blessing or a curse lies in your hands. Who can repeat it in your words? Yes, Ishan.
The way you look at it, like good or bad, you can decide it.
Okay, that's okay, but a little bit more closer to what I said? Can you repeat? Yes, Vedi? Yeah, if you raise your hand, then it'll be easy for me to identify. Yes.
If you're stuck in a situation, depending on whether your thought process is positive or negative, it will either turn into a blessing or a curse.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So then we move to Vena. Vena was a good king or a bad king? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs down, thumbs down. He was a very bad king. Since the beginning, he was a very, very cruel, very proud. No spiritual life. He thought he is God. He thought he destroyed the spiritual principles. He thought that he's the best. And ultimately, the Brahmanas decided, let's get rid of him. It's a long story. We have to cover a lot. So I'll move a little fast now. Pride is never a good quality, my dear friends. Whatever we are blessing of others, right? We are blessing of, right? Let's write whom, whatever we are blessing of whom all. We can let's do a collaboration board. So you can write how do I do collaboration?
Prabhuji, I think you have to click whiteboard.
Whiteboard, yes. Okay. Open and collaborate. Let's do it. Okay, so type in, we are the blessing of who, right? I see someone is writing parents, someone is writing Krishna. Very good. Yeah, don't write over each other. Just be mindful that others are also typing. Guru, teachers, very nice. Krishna. Okay. Yes, I think you all got it right. Our elders, basically, right? Our mother, our father, our grandparents, right?
Prabhuji,
Yes, Isha? Okay, I think you're all writing it nicely. I will close this. Okay, good. Yes, Isha, you had something to say?
how do you fill in the text box? When I tried to put the text box, nothing is coming.
Okay, who will answer that? For those who are typing, if you can answer. Maybe you watch a short video on YouTube later, how to participate in collaboration, okay? And you all can watch it, so all of you can take active part, okay? Because I don't know the answer, but it should be quite intuitive. So if we are blessing of others, right? Our teachers, let's say we know dance, but someone taught us. Let's say we know academics, but someone taught us. Let's say we know cooking, but someone taught us. Whatever we are, someone taught us. So it does not belong to us, correct? Whether it's art and craft, whether it's music, whether it's some other skill, someone taught us. So we should always remember that. A grateful person, a sincere person, always remember and never consider him or herself as the doer. He considers him or herself as the instrument and always gives the credit to whom? Who will complete that? Yes, Beyonto.
To himself.
Give the credit to himself? That will lead to pride. If I appreciate you, Beyonto, you are great. You sing so nicely. You do this so nicely. And if you get appreciation, who should get the real credit? Whom we should give that credit to? To the teachers, right? Who taught us? Let's say someone appreciates you of your dance, like Nishita did wonderful dance performance the other day at Janmashtami. But Nishita, what she did is because her teachers taught her that way, right? So we should always pass on the credit to our teachers. And this is called Guru Parampara. And ultimately, where will the credit go to? If we pass on to the teachers, ultimately like that in the Parampara, to whom will the credit go to? Yes, Biraj. Yes, Biraj.
Yeah, sorry, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So, eventually, probably Lord Krishna or maybe Lord Brahma.
Yes, Lord Krishna, because he is the source of everything. All the paramparas begin from him, right? We discussed that. Like in our Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Samprada, Krishna gave knowledge to Brahma, Brahma gave to Narada, etc. So ultimately, it goes all the way to Krishna. So we should never consider ourselves as the doer. And then Prithu was born. So in Prithu stories, there are many, many lessons. Did we discuss about how Indra was trying to steal the horse?
We did.
So what are the lessons from there? Let's talk about it in one lines. Maybe all of you type in one lesson where you learned from that story. Prithu and Indra's kind of the sacrifice. You type in one lesson, and maybe you can elaborate a little bit, like humility. If you're saying humility, like who was humbled in this situation, and how that humility was shown. Who showed humility where? A lot of you are saying humility. Can someone like to speak about it a little bit on humility there? Yes, Avani?
Hare Krishna, Prithu Maharaj showed like his humility, like when he like came out of the body and they were all praising him, and then he said like he hasn't shown anything yet and like how he shouldn't be like praising him yet, and then like they started praising him more because of his like humility.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Great souls are humble. Right. And in the story of Indra, when Indra comes, so Prithu Maharaj was doing 99 sacrifices, right? He had done 99 sacrifices. And guess what happens then? Yes, Ishan?
Indra takes the horse.
Indra takes the horse. Just now think about such big arrangement, lot of wealth, arrangement, and lot of time, energy, everything is required. And the real fruit comes when you complete the 100, right? Now it's like how many of you have done a race, like a big race, like a 2 miles or something you've done? Okay, Avni, beyond to some of you have done. You have completed 99% of that race. Okay? And you're about to cross the finish line. And someone says, hey, just stop it. Will you stop? You won't stop. Even if your teacher says, my dear Avni, my dear Beyonto, Isha, Sampada, whoever is doing that race, for the good of everyone, please pause here. Will you pause? If your teacher, the teacher knows better. Let's see, that's what surrender is. If our teacher is saying, the teacher knows a lot more. Prithu did stop, is it not? Did Prithu stop? Why? Because Indra was stubborn. Indra was stubborn, but Prithu was flexible. I'm not saying that we have to imitate this as it is, but sometimes in bhakti, 99 is greater than 100. Is it not? You may say, how does it make sense? Because in math, in material world, 99 is not greater than 100. But the sacrifice which Prithu did was to sacrifice the false ego, to be obedient to the teachers, to be flexible, right? Indra was stubborn. Indra is also a devotee, but he was again and again, multiple times, he made attempt to steal the horse, basically cause a problem in the last sacrifice because he was insecure, right? Whereas Prithu is a pure devotee and he was firmly dependent on Krishna. So here we see a beautiful lesson that 99 becomes greater than 100. And a wonderful contrast between Prithu and Indra. Let me ask you a lesson about competition. Do you enjoy competing with your friends, or do you just feel it is necessary to prove yourself or outsmart someone? There are questions to think about. And this will be like second question. A healthy competitive spirit that results in improving our performance is good, right? But an unhealthy competition inspired by envy is harmful to oneself and the others.
Wait, probably we're doing Kahoot?
Not yet. We'll do after some time. I guess that's your meditation. When is that going to begin? So Prithu never intended to compete with Indra. Prithu never intended. He did not want to prove that I am better, right? Great souls don't want to prove that I am better than others. Indra always wanted because he was insecure. Those who are Krishna's devotee, they're always secure. So imagine that you are about to cross the finish line, but you see your friend fall down and get injured just before you're about to finish. Okay, what will you do? Anyone? Did you get the question? You're running a race, you're about to reach the finish line and maybe get the gold medal or silver, whatever. And suddenly you happen to see that your friend fall down or some other competitor, some other person who was running the race and get injured. What will you do? Lot of you want to answer. Okay, let's give turn to those who have not yet answered anything yet. Ishan, Sarkar, and then we'll ask Ayati.
I'd go back to like help them.
Very nice. Why would you do so? Just curious.
Because I would help him or her because like afterwards I would feel good about myself.
Afterwards?
Like afterwards I'd feel good about my
Very good. This is a higher value. Very nice. Ayati, what's your response?
I think like you should help them because yes, you can win a race. That's a good thing. It's just that like when someone's injured, it's good to help them. Then like they feel like, oh yeah, I'm not going. Oh yeah, like I did fall down, but I'm being helped by someone. They feel good and same as us. So.
Very nice. Yes, Mahima? Yeah, others can also type in their response. I'm reading those as well.
So I would go back and help the person because during competitions, I focus on mainly participating. And if I like left them there and I continued the race, then even if I won later, I wouldn't feel like accomplished because I would just keep thinking about the person I wouldn't help. But even if I lose, but I still help them, then I would feel like a greater sense of like happiness.
Excellent, excellent. And some of you responded that you'll focus on yourself and you'll finish the race. And I'm not trying to be judgmental, but we're all different. We have been wired different. We have different upbringing and everything, which is fine, right? Let's watch a quick video. But the whole point is think long term also. Is that race, is getting a small, like, what if I win the race? Okay, maybe I'll get a medal. Maybe I'll get, oh, wow, wonderful, congratulations. But the satisfaction and the happiness, as some of you said, which we will get by helping, maybe a lot more than getting that tiny medal. Okay. Let's watch a quick video and see what happens here.
Taking a toll on a couple runners trying to finish those final 20 yards. Wow. Yeah, you can see.
So these are opponents. They are different teams.
Athlete who can't quite make it, and they've got a team, a girl from another team trying to help her to the finish line so she can finish the race. That's what the sport is all about. Oh my goodness. This is just incredible. The sportsmanship phenomenal as you see those final yards there. As you see Clemson and Louisville helping the Boston College runner. That's Tate and Pease. The Boston College runner can't even lift her legs right now. She'll try to cross the finish line. What a shot right here at Wakeman Soccer Park in Cary. But you sacrifice your own position to help another athlete finish what they started, and that's a true sportsmanship.
What do you think? That's what exactly, and it's a very material situation. Prithu's situation was much higher. Lord Brahma came and said, don't focus on agitating in Indra. Now, yes.
If I was a runner, but I'm not don't really want to run, but if I would, if it was a friend, I would help them. If it was a stranger, I would still help them. But if I know if that man may cheat on me or do something bad, I won't help them.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we all have different perspectives.
Prabhuji?
Yes, Ovi.
I would finish the race and then go back for the person who's injured. But whoever it is, but I would finish the race and then come back for them.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So this is your second question, second option, right? If you are in such a situation, what will you do? Why will you do? I'm not talking about a race. It could be something else also. Some similar situation, in a competition. Consider in a competition, what will you do? So write it, okay? You don't have to write both, just pick one, okay? Everyone good so far? Make sense? And the first one, right? It was about the perspective. So we discuss about humility, we discuss about question. Brahma could have told Indra, Baba, don't disturb him. Let him complete. Right? Could Lord Brahma tell Indra? Why did he not tell? Did we discuss that last time? No. Okay. Okay. You tell. Why Lord Brahma, or just think about it. Why Lord Brahma told Prithu to stop? He could have told Indra. I mean, Prithu did not make a mistake. Prithu was not intentionally trying to, provoke Indra. Indra was the one who was causing the havoc. Yes, Sampada.
Maybe he was scared about for his position too, like Indra was.
Brahma was scared about his position?
I'm not sure.
Okay, good try. Okay, I want everyone to at least speak. So some of you have not spoken at all, I see. Nishita, Jashit, Lakshay. I've not heard anything from you. I would like to hear something. Lakshay, please try.
So for Brahma might have not told Indra to stop because he two reasons. He might have been scared about his position, Or he could have asked Lord Vishnu, since Krishna, because Lord Krishna and Vishnu were like his creators. So they might have told him to tell Prithu Maharaj so that Prithu Maharaj could improve in his life of bhakti.
Right, Mishti? Mishti, Ethereal, you want to try?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I think it's because Brahma, he wanted to show the qualities, like it was part of the Leela to like show the qualities of Prithu Maharaj, like that he didn't have any attachment to the post of Indra, and he wanted to show the good qualities of Prithu Maharaj.
Excellent, very good. Sahas?
I would Brahma, he told King Prithu Maharaj, because if he told Indra, he has jealousy in his heart, and he probably wouldn't have listened to Brahma anyways. But he knows that if he talks to Prithu and tells him, then it would be hard for him, but he'll listen to him rather than if he were to talk to Indra.
Very good, very good. All of you said very nice answers. Okay, let's take a practical situation. Okay, you can put your hands down. How many of you have? Most of you have siblings or friends or someone, right? And one of you watches TV? Anyone who watches? Most of you watch TV, right? And anyone has fight over remote, which channel to watch? Like, or fight over anything, okay, in ordering. It could be a dish, it could be going a place, it could be something, right? Anyone has fight with siblings, right? Something, your brother wants something, you want something, your sister wants something, you want something, and then there's a fight. Has anyone experienced that? Not like physically fighting, but just like, it could be what to eat, right? It could be, you want, let's say, upma, and your brother wants dosa, and then your mother can't cook both of them, so then you're fighting. So who wins? Generally, who wins? The younger one or the elder one? Younger one? Elder one? Elder one wins? Younger one wins? Younger one wins? Actually, whoever is more mature will win. Right? This exactly is what's going on. Both are children of God, right? Prithu is a devotee and Indra is also a devotee, is it not? But Prithu is at a much higher level than Indra. And as Sahas said, if Brahma would have told Indra, Baba, you don't fight, he would have not listened. He would have continued to. So externally, Indra won, right? Because Indra wanted to stop the sacrifice, correct? And that's what happened, right? But in the eyes of God, who won? In the eyes of Supreme Lord, who won? Yes, Bionto.
Prithu Raj.
Dhritarashtra? Prithu Maharaj, you said?
Yeah.
Prithu Maharaj. Okay. I had Dhritarashtra. So Prithu Maharaj, so by submitting to our superiors, we win in the eyes of God, right? Because Prithu had much higher qualities. Prithu was not stubborn. Indra was stubborn. He would have not listened to his advice, Brahma's advice. So therefore, Brahma told, knowing very well that, okay, Prithu, you calm down, you stop here, because Indra is not going to listen. This is a much higher principle. So my dear friends, sometimes, your mother may say, okay, Vedi, relax, please, So consider that as a sign of maturity. I'm not saying Vedi is like Indra, but the point is, you got the point, right? You got the point. So genuine people say, okay, let your will be done, right? Keep others first, myself second. That's humility. That's bhakti. Pride means, no. My will, my way, or the highway. My way has to be done. What I want to watch, that channel we'll watch. What I want to eat, that thing we will all eat. That's pride. Is it not? Don't consider my brother's or sister's opinion. You know, my way has to be done. This is Indra's mentality. This is a very nice lesson from this story. Okay?
Prabhuji,
Yes.
I have a question. What if you
Okay.
don't have siblings? I mean, like, I do have siblings. I have 2 siblings. But what if you don't have siblings?
This is a principle. This will be applied everywhere. It could be between friends, right? It could be between relatives. It could be between friends. It could be anywhere. You may be in the school and your teachers, you know, it was illogical, right? The fault is Indra's. You can say, hey, teacher, it's illogical, right? Prithu did not say that. Prithu could have said that, but logically, Indra was supposed to be punished for his wrongdoing. Prithu was peacefully minding his own business. Indra was the one causing trouble, but Prithu actually took a step lower. Are you all getting that point? And later, what happens is amazing. Indra realizes his mistake and begs forgiveness from Prithu Maharaj. He comes with Lord Vishnu and begs for forgiveness. So Prithu won the heart of Indra as well. And he became dear in the eyes of God. That's a much higher accomplishment than getting the accomplishment of 100 yajnas. Okay, questions? Yes, Bionto.
I just wanted to say that it doesn't matter if I have a sibling. Me and my mom always fight sometimes.
Really? That's fine. Because she loves you, right? Yashoda also was chastising Krishna. Okay, some hands are up. You have a question? Else you can put your hand down. How many of you know Damodara Ashtakam? How many of you know? How many of you like fully? No means fully, like you can recite without seeing? How many of you can recite without seeing? Okay. How many of you would like to recite without seeing? Okay, so this will be our homework, that we have to memorize Damodara Ashtakam by tomorrow. Just kidding. Not tomorrow, I mean, by Kartik month. So Kartik month it will begin from October. Wait, Karina, wait, let me complete. I see your hand is up, okay? October 9th or 10th is beginning. So we have 20 days till that point, right? 20 days and then the 30 days in Kartik. But I would say some of you may be knowing already a few verses, right? 2-3 verses. Some of you may be knowing a little bit here, a little bit there. So depending upon where your current situation is, you set up your goal. Minimum goal, or like is at the beginning of Kartik month, you will memorize it. If you have no clue about it and you don't know even one verse, which is fine, you still can memorize by the end of Kartik month. How many of you agree with that proposal? You all will take that as a challenge to memorize either at the beginning or the middle or the end, right? Wherever you are. So if you memorize 1 or 2 verses a week, there are 6-7 weeks or 7 weeks for the end of Kartik and 3 weeks for the beginning of Kartik. So you can set up your goal, right? Is that okay? I will send a nice video. I'll send the lyrics, etc. You can. Okay, questions. So end the homework. So no extra verses because you'll be focusing on the Damodara Ashtakam. And 2 things. Pick one to write essay on one, right? Whether you will write that, either the perspective one or the competition one, right? Yes, Karina. Yes. Speak up. Speak up now. What happened, dude?
Prabhuji, I was just saying, I know some of it, but like I've been learning it from the past few years, but I still forgot like all of it. I'm still learning it, so that's what I was going to say. But I really love that song Goji. It's like one of my favorites, and when I do it on the harmonium, it's a really nice melody. So, but I forgot the verse.
Wonderful. Don't worry. Now you have a challenge. Now you have a goal. You'll be able to do it. Okay. Sampada, what's your question?
I was just wondering, like, since there are so many universes, like there are like millions of other universes and not just this. So like there are more Brahmas, right? So is it this that all the Brahmas, like in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it is said that Krishna says the Bhagavatam to Brahma, like with the heart thing. So like, is it this that every Brahma knows Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam? And if they do, then why do they have to like take birth again and again? Because like it is said that even Brahmas have to take more births, like, I don't know, like something like that. So I was just wondering.
Yes, there are multiple Brahmas with multiple heads, right? But generally, when we talk about it, we're referring to this universe, the four-headed Brahma, which is, our Brahma. It's not that Brahma has to take multiple births. He may have to take, right? The point is, from that position also, when there is risk of coming back to the material world, right? But it's not generally the case. It's not, because Brahma is generally a pure devotee. Even sometimes, it's not that any ordinary soul can become Brahma. One who has done a lot of pious activities, and there are a lot of rules and regulations, and followed the Varnashrama Dharma for hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes, so it's not that, like, for example, can anyone become president? Yes and no. The answer is yes, you can become president, but it's not that easy also, right? There are a lot of stuff one has to go through. And generally, in Kali Yuga, we're not talking about generally in the ideal place, in the Satya Yuga, the leaders, like kings, were really ideal. So Brahma, being the chief engineer of this whole world, is a very nice devotee, So, so we should not think that he is an ordinary soul like us, and he will keep taking suffering in this world. It may happen. So our goal is not to become Brahma, because he's also part of this cycle. He may have to also come, but that does not necessarily mean that he will come. For example, if one, how do I explain this? For example, if I give a material example, if one studies, does a lot of hard work, goes through education, goes through nice college, can one still become beggar? Maybe, right? But generally, that's not the case, right? If one has done a lot of hard work, gone through good education, it's not that he will beg on the streets or she'll beg on the streets, but it may happen, right? So it's a very material example, but good question. Does that help? Okay. Oh, it's already past 9. I said we'll do Kahoot, but I don't want to delay. So since we covered this topic in the last class and in today's class, we will do Kahoot next time, right? In the same topic, because topics are similar. We didn't cover any new story. I hope I covered something new which was not covered last time, right? Was there anything? Okay.
But after, like, you're talking about what do you call it, after, like, the story about that, like, you did half of that and we learned it, and then you said the rest.
Okay, good. Some of you may have this book, part 2. I use that quite a few times.
May I
in my...
see that book, Prabhuji? Can I see that book, Prabhuji?
Yeah. You see
Oh,
it?
I don't have that.
Mhm.
I have that book.
Is that the second
Good.
or first book?
Yes, that's the second one.
Oh, I have the first. I really like the first.
You like this? Second also available in case
Oh
anyone
yeah, I
wants.
like the second book. It's very good. The stories of
Yeah.
Prithu Maharaj are in it too.
I learned a lot.
Very good. Very good. What else? Any more questions, thoughts, concerns, complaints, doubts? Ishan, Krishna, your hand is up. You want to say something or just been up for a while?
Yeah, I only kept it for a while.
Okay. Any reflections anyone has? Okay. For those who are in Fort Lauderdale, I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll be coming there. So Yati, if you are in town, if you can
And
make
me.
it. Ishan also.
Yeah.
I hope to see you also.
And Sahas Mahima.
Yes, Sahas Mahima.
Actually, Sahas, he told me that, like, oh yeah, Shubha, she's coming to our house because we went to his house yesterday. So,
Oh,
yeah.
very nice.
I
Yes,
went.
Vinayak. Vinayak has a question.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji. So if there are multiple Brahmas, are there different Shivas too?
That's a very big question. The short answer is yes and no, because Shiva, there is one Shiva. We can't become Shiva. That's one thing. But Shiva has multiple expansions also. There are 11 Rudras, right? Rudrana comes. So Shivas, there's one Sadashiva. The example is yogurt and milk and yogurt. So we can't become Shiva. So in that way, he is one, but he also expands in multiple Rudras. So those are multiple. Does that help? In different parts of the universe, different universes. Okay, what else? Okay, so I think we are good. So Damodarashtakam is yes, Karina.
Prabhuji, I forget. Can you just give me the first word of the first verse because I didn't even remember the first verse. If you'll remember to, because I forgot and I want to remember again. I don't know.
Ayati will tell.
Namami Saram Satchidananda Rupam.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I think of it, I just think of Damodarashtakam and then I forget the lyrics. So, yeah.
And those who like extra challenge, you can learn on harmonium also. Those who like to play harmonium.
I know two different melodies on the I know on the harmonium and I know on without harmonium.
And then you can play it every day, right? In the Kartik month and sing
Prabhuji,
also.
I only know the Namame Sharam Sachi, only like 2 lines.
By the beginning or the end of Kartik month, you will know the whole. I have full confidence.
When is Kartik month, Prabhuji?
It's from October 9th or 10th to November 9th.
Oh.
Okay, so everyone is going to learn? Memorize this? Okay, good. I have full faith in all of you. So we will pause here, and if you need any help, I'm always available. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Bol. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji.
Bye bye.